name is Sabrina, and we've all seen the movie Wall-E. In a short summary, the human race is forced to evacuate Earth, causing all humans to be dependent on technology. And what happens? Everybody gets lazy. They turn into the little fat round balls on floating chairs, losing bone density. Our nation is dealing with a growing problem of obesity. We as a nation have tried many things as in promoting awareness by promoting it on TV channels like Nickelodeon and Disney Channel, who have promoted Get Up and Play Days, taking sugary foods out of schools, and yet 17% of children in California are obese, according to the CDC. However, there is a new idea that is being talked about and debated about, and that is whether or not the United States should impose a fat tax. According to the CDC, 24% of adults in California are obese, and 33.8% adults are obese in the United States. Schools have tried to be proactive in the fight against obesity by removing sugary drinks from all school lunches and in vending machines. TV channels like Nickelodeon and Disney Channel have also tried to play a part by promoting Worldwide Day of Play Days and by using Michelle Obama to promote eating well and tips to not overeating and eating the right food. However, there is another option being talked about, and that is to impose a fat tax. Denmark is the first country in the world to impose a fat tax. Their fat tax is basically a surcharge on sugary foods and foods that are high in saturated fats. The point was to extend the life expectancy in Denmark. And then following Denmark's place was France. France has imposed their own type of fat tax, kind of different than Denmark's. Their tax is on all sugary drinks, and they are now limiting the amount of ketchup and salt cafeterias and schools use. More than 20 million French people are now overweight, and 7 million of those are clinically obese, doubling the figure for that 14 years ago, according to National Institute for Health and Medical Research. Now, one of the states in the United States have also joined the bandwagon. Arizona has now taken a stand against obesity by imposing their own type of fat tax that is completely different than Denmark and France's. They are actually taxing the person. The state is considering to implement a $50 fee to childless adults who are on Medicaid and are fat and obese and do not follow a doctor's guide to becoming fit. The fat fee would also include type 2 diabetes, diabetics, and smokers who do not follow the doctor's guide. This tax would save $500 million a year in Medicaid spending. If ratified, the measure would revive coverage for organ transplants, which Arizona had to cut back the number of organ transplants due to budget cuts. It would also reduce the number of childless adults disqualified for Medicaid to 135,000 compared to the original 250,000, causing 115,000 more people to qualify for Medicaid. Yes, there are many controversies to applying a fat tax. Questions like who should be taxed, how much the tax should be, or even if the government should get involved with these social issues. However, the benefits versus the negatives are huge in applying a fat tax. As I stated before, in Arizona, by implementing fat tax, it would increase the saving in Medicare spending, causing them to qualify more people for Medicaid. Like I said before, 115,000 more people just in Arizona would qualify for Medicaid. Imagine that if the US had implemented one nationwide. It affects smokers and diabetics to get on a healthy track, and as we have seen in Denmark, it can extend the life expectancy of the average US person. Also, what is nice is that we have the choice to decide what can go on it, due to the fact is that it's still a relatively new idea, and we have seen that Arizona has tried implementing one, which is completely different than Denmark's and France's. Like I said before, according to the CDC, 33.8% of adults in the United States are obese. We have tried promoting awareness of this problem to our growing population, and yet we still have a high percentage of people that are obese. We have promoted eating healthy, we have promoted Get Up and Play Days, through TV channels and networks, and yet there's been no progress. Now we are faced with hard decisions of implementing our own fat tax. The fat tax has many sides to it, and it's up to us to take a side and choose what we want to implement, because it does affect our life and it will come whether now or later. Obesity is on the rise, and let's do our part to end this battle. Thank you.